Did you know the number one reason why men stick it out in a terrible marriage, in a sexless marriage, nasty marriage, toxic marriage? Do you know why? Men stay in sexless marriages, toxic marriages, miserable marriages because they don't want to pay the price. They don't want to pay the price because the price is heavy. Ooh, yeah, the price is heavy. It is very heavy. You guys know this. You know, if you have to be paying spousal support, maybe you have children, you have to pay child support. Ooh, it gets rough. And especially if you are the breadwinner. And by the way, the longer you are married, the more of the price you have to pay. And that's the number one reason why men stick it out in these terrible marriages, because they ultimately don't want to pay the price. And that price is heavy, brothers. I I'm almost paying that price, and it's going to cost you. But let me ask you this. What price is there a price for your freedom? Do you know how many men and women are willing to sacrifice their lives for freedom? Freedom is priceless, all right? I'm going to give you an example of something. Imagine you have a 25-year sentence for some crime you've done, bad crime. And your lawyer comes to you and says, "Hey, I've got some good news and bad news." And you're like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Well," he or she. And the lawyer says, "Well, the good news, I could get you off in 5 years instead of you having to serve 25 years." And you're like, "Okay, what's the bad news?" And the lawyer says, "Well, the bad news is you're going to have to pay," I'm just using a number, "you're going to have to pay $250,000, and you don't have that kind of money." All right. So you're running the numbers, you're kind of calculating on a per month basis, and you're thinking, "Oh man, I'm going to have to pay this 250,000 for the next 10, 15, 20, maybe even 25 years of your life." How many men would not take the deal? Every single man would say, "Yep, I would rather pay the $250,000, even if it takes me the rest of my life to pay it off, than be in jail and in prison, in shackles and in chains for the next 25 years of my life." So, guys, stop worrying about how much it's going to cost you, because there's no price that you can put on your freedom.